I guess we're trying to figure out who the master is in this school. I actually wonder, well, I don't know. Are we gonna confront Shinji about this? I know Shinji actually confronted us in the Fate route. I wonder if we instead go to him, right, and say, "Hey, are you the master that's trying to murder everyone?" Maybe, maybe not. Well, let's see.
どうかな。ものによるけど、どんなに隠しても近くにいればわかると思う。サーバントと契約している以上、どうしても世界との摩擦は起きるから。身近にいてもマスターかどうかわからないってことは、そのマスターはサーバントを使っていないってことよ。まあ例外はあるかもしれないけど、9割方はそう考えて間違いないと思うわ。
So I guess Rin is just saying that even if they had an item, then Rin would be able to tell if they're a master or not. The only reason that she wouldn't be able to tell is that if the master just simply isn't using the servant. I assume in the school. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, again, we know who the culprit is. So maybe this is information that we can, I don't know, we can probably discern other masters with the information that Rin just gave us. You know, the idea that the masters can use an item to conceal their presence, or maybe they're just not using their servant sometimes, and that's why they go under the radar, you know? Anyway, we returned to the classroom. Even though we couldn't find any clues about other masters, it seems Tosaka's happy that we eliminated a lot of the marks. She said something about the enemy coming out in the future because we were so active and whatnot.
気が長いな。近いうちって言ってもどのくらい先かわからないだろう。
そう？こんな結界を張るやつだもの。邪魔されて我慢できる性格じゃないわ。私の見立てでは明日よ。
Oh, tomorrow? I know, I remember last time it took like several days, but like, Rin is predicting that, well, Shinji, I assume, will just attack us or something, just tomorrow.
二度目は黙ってられない性格でしょ、こいつ。
Interesting.
そんなもんなのか。
そんなもんよ。さて、私は用事があるから先に帰るわ。明日の決戦に備えていろいろ買わなくちゃいけないし。
What does she have to buy? I mean, in order to use like certain magical spells, I mean, she has like gems saved up, right? Is she buying gems? Or, well, I don't know. Usually she saves up the magical energy by drawing blood and putting it in the gems, right? So, I don't know exactly what she's buying.
それじゃあまた明日。それと、今日は早めに帰りなさい。寄り道なんてしたらダメだからね。
Or rather, well, I don't know if I said it correctly, but like, yeah, she needs to save up the magical energy like over years, right? So, if only like for one day, was she exactly what she's buying? I don't know.
なんだ、心配してくれるんだ、トサカ。
違うわよ。協力関係になったんだから、勝手に脱落されちゃ予定が狂うじゃない。今のはそれだけのちょっとした確認事項。
It's not like I care about you, baka. Tosaka says so quickly. Her panic is so unlike her, and it's obvious that she's only hiding her embarrassment. Soka. I'm beginning to understand more about Tosaka, how she's like very tsundere.
ともかく、エミヤ君は無防備すぎるんだから、あんまり軽率な行動はしないこと。私は例外で、他の連中は即命を奪いに来るんだからね。
Tosaka looks away and tries to leave. Seeing her leave, I suddenly...
トサカ、今もアーチャーはそばにいるのか?
murmur something meaningless.
いるけど何？あいつに話でもあるの？
いや、別に。トサカはうまくやってるのかなと思って。
Tosaka looks back at me in wonder at the sudden question. Then...
はは、そういうこと。ええ、心配無用よ。 あいつひねくれてるけどいいやつだもの。ああ見えても子供っぽいし、付き合っていく分には楽しいわ。
Saying so happily, Tosaka disappears down the stairs. I don't know why she has such a smug look on her face. Trying to make Shiro jealous, maybe? Anyway. Mitsuzuri's case might still be affecting me, as I am at the archery range before I know it. The range is far from the school building and seems deserted. Being in an isolated and deserted building, you say? I don't know if this is a good idea. The club activities are over, so there's nothing to find here. I turn around and head to the gate. And between me and the gate is... this asshole. Stands Mato Shinji as if to block my way.
今頃お帰りかい？最近は物騒だから、生徒は速やかに下校するんじゃなかったっけ？
I don't think I can be calm facing Shinji here. I ignore him and keep walking.
友人に挨拶もできないぐらい疲れてるわけか。まったく。忠告潰しなんて地味なことしてるからそうなるんだよ。
Alright, I guess Shinji is laying down his cards. His voice sounds delighted. I jump back and ready myself.
忠告潰し。そんなことを言えるってことは、お前。
I glare at Shinji.
ああ、そういうこと。お前がしらみつぶしにしてくれた結界はさ、僕が仕掛けた保険なんだぜ。
Okay, yeah, okay, I mean, Shinji's just straight up confessing this. I believe he didn't say that the boundary field was his doing at first. But he's saying, yeah, this is just... I did it. I'm the culprit.
それはあんな風に消されちゃ、こっちは怖くて学校に来れなくなるじゃないか。
I see. So this is how stupid I am. Yeah, I mean, probably, well, in more ways than one. Shiro saying that. I knew about it when I saw Shinji in the woods, but I rejected the idea because I was unprepared for the truth.
待てって。そう構えないでよ、エミヤ。うるさい遠坂もいなくなったし、男同士ゆっくり話し合おうじゃない？知っての通り、喧嘩は嫌いなんだよ、僕は。
話し合う？俺とやり合う気はないっていうのか。
そんなのあるもんか。見たところ、エミヤもマスターなんてものに無理やりさせられたんだろ？
He's doing the same strategy where he pretends to be all innocent and trying to make an alliance with us.
僕もそれと同じでね。魔術師でもなければ戦う気もないっていうのにマスターにさせられたんだ。で、目下のところ誰とも戦わないで済む方法を探してる最中ってわけ。だからここでエミヤと争う気なんてないんだ。
そうかよ。じゃああの結界は何だ？あんなものを仕掛けておいて戦う気はないっていうのか。
バカだな。あれは欲しいんだよ。学校には遠坂っていう根っからの魔術師がいるだろ。あいつはマスター同士の戦いに躊躇なんてしない。となると、魔術師じゃないマスターとしては防護策を持っておかないとやっていけないじゃないか。
Protection, you say?
あの結界はそれだけのものだよ。誰かに襲われない限り発動させることはない。
Yeah, but then doesn't that still harm other innocent students though? Obviously, I don't know if Shinji cares about that, but Shiro does, so... He's making sense. I don't know, Shiro. Is he making sense? I don't know if Shinji is really a master or not, or how he became one. But I can trust his story. Can you really trust his story? Why do you always do this, Shiro? You just blindly, like, believe him every time. In every timeline. If Shinji says so, I should believe him. But before that...
Shinji, 昨日女生徒を襲ったのはお前か?
I have to get this question answered.
昨日のことか。あれは仕方がなかったんだ。僕のサーバントはじゃじゃ馬でね。放っておくと人を襲う。
My servant's unmanageable? Didn't like Mr. Archer tell us that that's not the case at all? I don't know.
僕はマスターに選ばれただけの人間だ。遠坂みたいな本業じゃないんだから、言いつけを聞かせることも大変なんだよ。
じゃあ昨日の件はあくまで事故なんだな。お前のサーバントが勝手にやったことだと。
ああ、これからは気をつけるよ。僕も自分の住処で事件なんて起こしたくない。あいつには僕を守ることだけ徹底させるさ。
それは本当だな、シンジ。
ああ、嘘を言ってもしょうがないだろ。隠しておくこともできたのに、こうしてわざわざ告白してやったんだ。エミヤ、僕のことを疑ってただろう。むやみに襲われたら行き着くところまで行くしかなくなるからさ、先にこうやって正体を明かしたんだ。僕は誰とも戦いたくはないからね。
I can't trust everything he says, but if Shinji really thinks so, everything would work out.
わかった、信じる。お前が何もしないんなら俺も手は出さない。それでいいんだな、シンジ。
いいね。エミヤにしては物分かりがいい。けどそれじゃあ困るんだ。こうやって話し合いに来たことをもう少し理解してくれないかな。
Shinji holds out his hand. So that means...
僕に協力しないか、エミヤ。お前は知らないだろうけど、もともとマトウの家は魔術師の家系なんだ。まあ、父の代でマドウは耐えていたけど、知識だけはまだ残っている。どうかな。素人のくせにマスターになった君にとっては頼りになる存在だろ。
The Mato line is a family of magi? Tosaka didn't say such a thing. No, she must have excluded him since magic died out in his father's generation, like he said. Yeah, we're getting like a shortened version, an abridged version of his old backstory. Last time we learned a bit more, since we went to his house and everything.
どう？遠坂に頼らなくても、僕たちが手を組めば聖杯戦争ぐらい生き残れる。こんなの考えるまでもないと思うけど。
His hand is held out, and that's when I chop it off. No, Shinji's proposal isn't bad. It makes sense. It's a viable option. But...
シンジ、お前がマスターだってことをサクラは知ってるのか？
はあ？なんだ、本当に素人なんだな、エミヤ。いいかい？魔術師の家系は長男にしか秘技を伝えないんだ。長男以外の子供なんてただの予備に過ぎない。そんなのに魔術を伝える意味はないし、手間も惜しいんだよ。
Teach magic to such a thing? Don't call Sakura a thing, you asshole.
たく、あんなとろい女に窓を伝えるもんか。マトウの秘技を継いだのは僕だけだ。
I see. That's really good. Sakura shouldn't be involved in all of this. I want her to be smiling happily all the time.
シンジ、お前が何もしないんなら俺もお前には何もしない。それで文句はないだろう。
You said that before, you're repeating yourself, Shiro.
そう。協力はできないってこと？
する必要なんかないだろう。お互い戦わないんなら協力するもしないもない。自分の身を守りたいだけなら聖杯戦争が終わるまで教会に保護してもらえばいい。それぐらいのことは知ってるんだろう。
I mean, yeah, technically the rule is if you really don't want to fight and just be a coward, you just stay in the church. But I mean, knowing Mr. Yorokobe, probably not a good idea because he'll just kill you and take your soul.
へえ、なんだよエミヤ。君、 もしかしてこの殺し合いに勝とうだなんて思ってるの？
I have no intention of fighting, but I'll fight anyone that attacks me, and I can't just ignore people that'll bring disaster to this town. And
殺し合いなんてするか。ただ俺は聖杯ってやつの正体を見極めなくちゃいけない。そのためには最後まで残るしかないだろう。
I turn my back to Shinji.
そうかい。あくまで戦うつもりか。まあ、僕には関係のないことだけど、それなら桜を巻き込むような真似はしないよな、エミヤ。
そんなの当たり前だ。お前こそ桜には隠し通すんだろうな。
もちろん。けど兄貴としてさ、これから殺し合いを続けるってやつの家に妹は置いておけない。お前が戦うって言うんなら、聖杯戦争が終わるまで桜は家から出さない。それでいいよな、エミヤ。
Yeah, because Sakura's staying at our place right now. With Shinji, under the guise of being a good brother, he's never been a good brother though. Why are you believing this? He's saying like to bring Sakura to his place instead. I don't know. Shinji does have a point. As long as I'll be fighting, my house is in danger.
わかった。桜には俺の方から言っておく。それでいいな、シンジ。
オーケー。後輩思いの先輩で助かった。正直お前がいつ桜を人質にするかヒヤヒヤしてたからね。いや、これで当面の悩み事は解消されたよ。
話はこれで終わりだな。なら帰るぞ。
ああ、ご自由に。けど分かってるよな、意味や。ここで話したことは僕たちだけの秘密だぜ。こっちはエミヤを友人と見込んで秘密を打ち明けたんだ。それを人に話すようなことになったら、僕だって何をするかわからない。
That must mean he'll activate the boundary field if I tell Tosaka about this.
ああ、黙ってる。けど、遠坂が自分で見つける分には別だぞ。俺は遠坂にできる限り協力する。あいつがお前の正体を知ったら戦うことを止めない。そういうわけだから、見つけられたくなかったらおとなしくしてるんだな。
I head to the gate for real. The school building is tinted by the setting sun. Shinji sees me off without a word. Well. Huh. You see on the bottom right, status screen updated. I guess it's like, I don't know. I think it's showing that, yeah, Mato Shinji is master of Rider. Though actually we don't know that. Rider is technically Shinji's servant in this route. Yet somehow, I guess, in a meta way we do. Anyway, there are only 2 sets of shoes at the entrance. Fujine's and Saber's. No Sakura? I'm worried, so I go to the living room without saying Tadaima. I go through the hallway with quick steps. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. As I expected, Sakura isn't in the living room. Moreover, there's a person that looks like Fujine doing something like cooking. No, well, it's actually Fujine.
おかえりしろ。何驚いた顔しちゃって。なんかあったの？
She must have been mixing flour as she puts a bowl she's been mixing onto the table.
いや、驚いてるって言えば驚いた。いつもと何もかも違うから。
Actually, I don't remember how many years it's been since I last saw her doing something like cooking.
いつもと違う？あ、そっか。さくらちゃんのことね。さくらちゃんなら帰ったわよ。お家の人から電話があって呼び戻されちゃった。
Yeah, probably Shinji.
そうか。シンジのやつ、直接電話してきたのか。
It's needless help, but I guess he wanted to take care of it as quickly as possible.
シンジ君？
まあいっか。
But weird, like, that was a weird reaction from Fujine, or maybe not, I don't know. After tilting her head in question, Fujine goes back to the kitchen. I'm a bit curious. It's not completely dark yet, so I... okay. What do? I'll stop Fujine's wrongdoing before the sun sets. I'll go see how Sakura's doing before the sun sets, or I'll go tell Saber that I'm home before the sun sets. You know, I'm actually worried about Sakura. I don't know if this will do much. What will probably happen is that we go to Sakura's house and it'll just be empty. Because Shinji is like, I don't know what she's doing, what he's doing to Sakura. He'll probably kill her. I don't know. Let's try anyway. Hey Sakura, what's up? Are you being tortured to death? Yeah, I'll go check on Sakura before the sun sets.
藤ね、ちょっと出てくる。どんな風の吹き回しだか知らないけど、夕飯の準備任せた。
はーい、いってらっしゃい。夕ご飯は美味しいカニ玉だからね。
Alright. Kanitama, huh? I guess even Fujine should be able to make that. I guess. I go up the hill, tinted by the sun. Sunset is early during winter. I have to go to Sakura's house quickly and check up on her.
あれ、先輩、どうしたんですか？こんな時間に家に来るなんて。
Are you okay, Sakura? He hasn't, like, I don't know, like cut off your arms or something? Gouge out your eyes? I mean, I assume, yeah, that means Ryder's, or rather, Ryder's master is Shinji, right? So I don't know what she's gonna do to you.
いや、なんとなく近くまで寄ったから、ついでに。
ついでですか？わかりました。そういうことにしておきます。
My bewilderment must have been funny as Sakura smiles. It's a big smile, and it doesn't look like Shinji's forcing her.
さくら、本当に要件はないんだけど、シンジはどうしてる？今家にいるのか？
兄さんですか？いえ、今日はまだ帰ってきてないみたいですけど。
帰ってない？じゃあ誰がうちに電話したんだ？さくら、シンジに呼び戻されたんじゃないのか？
Yeah, who called the house then? It wasn't Shinji.
さあ、私は藤村先生におじいさまが待ってるからうちに帰りなさいって言われただけですから、よくは。
Oh, grandfather. I see. But it is true that Shinji hasn't done anything to Sakura. Not yet. Shinji's her brother after all. I don't know if that matters. He would never involve such a good sister in this battle between the masters. Really? I don't know. He's willing to murder a bunch of people again. I guess right now, the Shinji we are right now doesn't, or rather not the Shinji, we're not Shinji, the Shiro rather. The Shiro we are right now doesn't know that. We don't know how far Shinji would go to acquire, you know, power and whatever he wants in general, even before he became a master, so, And there's one thing I have to tell her so I don't involve her in this mess.
安心した。
先輩、
それでさくら、
急なんですけど。
しばらくの間だけど、手
しばらくの
伝いは遠慮してもらえないか？
お手伝いには行けそうにないんです。
I guess we're in agreement then. We look at each other, dumbfounded. We stare at each other for about 10 seconds.
ちょっと残念ですけど、先輩からそう言ってもらえて助かりました。しばらくはうちにいて、夜は出歩くなって言われているんです。
そうだよな。最近物騒だし、もっと早くにそうするべきだった。じゃ。
はい。しばらく先輩のお家に行くのは遠慮します。
Oops, I accidentally skipped Shiro's line there.
張り合いがなくなっちゃいますけど、我慢すればすぐ元通りですから。それまで できれば弓道部の方に顔を出してくださいね、先輩。
Sakura bows and goes back into her house. I guess that's it. I managed to make it back before dinner. An angry swordsman awaited me at the entrance, and I told her what happened today, about how we eliminated the boundary field at school and how Tosaka is expecting a counterattack tomorrow. I don't tell her about Shinji. I don't want her to consider him as an enemy until I figure out his true intentions.
話は分かりました。では、夕食にしましょうか、シロ。先ほどからタイガが食事の支度をして待っています。
Oh boy. She must be hungry, as Saber quickly makes her way to the living room.
そっか。藤姉の料理なんてガキの頃以来だな。
I'm half scared and half looking forward to it. Man, who could have imagined that it was gonna turn into such a disaster? Well, it's time for dinner. Fujine's special kanatama bowl is ready on the table. It's a simple dish, where there's rice in the bowl and kanitama put on top of it. It looks like there's a yellow lid on the bowl, and it honestly doesn't look good. But it should make the rice taste better since it's in a bowl. At the very least, it's in a bowl. It's like katsu bowl and teriyaki bowl. There's no way it can taste bad because the good taste of the ingredients seep into the rice. The only drawback is that the taste is simple, but that's a small price to pay.
じゃ、いただきます。
いただきます。
はい、いただきます。いただきます。
We bow and dig into our food. Then, the food isn't soft like kanitama. No, it feels strange, like I'm eating a main dish.
バカな事件発生。カニ玉丼が別の料理になってるよ。
Nani? This isn't an emergency or anything. This is more like a how you say? Okonomiyaki bowl. Okonomiyaki bowl.
ねえ、なんでこうなっちゃったの？私ちゃんと聞いた通り作ったよ。
Are you sure? Did you follow the recipe?
もしかして藤姉にこれ教えたの藤村組の若衆さん？
うん。おっきな卵焼き作るって言ったら小麦粉とかいろいろくれたの。
You'll be making an omelet, so they give you flour? I wanted her to realize the mistake right then. I thought that being able to make an omelet was a function that every human being was born with. Kanitama is just a variant of an omelet. It was my mistake to assume Fujine couldn't mess up something like that. That's right. Fujine can't even cook an omelet. Then, I hear a voice filled with disappointment.
セイバー。
I slowly turn to her.
シロ、いくら私でもさすがにこれは食べにくい。
Crap. It's hard to tell, but it seems Saber's mad. Saber enjoys a good meal. She doesn't get it, and well, it's gonna be a blow to her morale. The hellish dinner ends and it's time for a strategy meeting. But I've already reported to Saber about what happened today. Since it's likely there'll be a fight tomorrow, we should be preparing.
それでは今夜も外に出ることはないのですか、シロ。
なあ、セイバーには歯がゆいだろうけど、今はそれで我慢してくれ。むやみに戦う気はないし、何よりめったやたらに戦えるほど余裕がある状況じゃないだろう、俺たちは。
I'm inexperienced as a master, and Saber has a limit to how many times she can fight since I'm not giving her any magical energy. We can't be leisurely looking for masters in our situation.
わかりました。確かにシロの言い分には一理あります。積極的ではありませんが、勝利するためには細心の注意も必要ですから。
And yeah, I know in the Fate route, we spent a lot of time just recuperating and recovering, because Saber, like, I think she took a blow, you know, from Berserker and whatnot. So she had to like heal up for most of the story. But right now she's okay. She didn't like take a lot of damage from Berserker because technically we had Archer's help, right? So she's fine for now. But we still can't really be reckless because unlike normal masters, we can't give magical energy to Saber, right? At the moment.
ですが、戦う意志があるというのなら、無駄な時間は使えません。今夜はここに留まるというのであらば、その時間を鍛錬に使うべきです。
Saber stares at me. She doesn't even need to tell me. I brought Saber to this dojo with that in mind.
分かってる。セイバー、昨日のこと覚えてるか？俺が夜遅く帰ってきたら、たるんでるってことで手合わせしただろ？あれ、いい教訓になったんだ。勝てない奴には何をやっても勝てない。そんな初歩的なこと、セイバーと向き合うまで気づかなかった。そういった心構えの意味も含めて、セイバーと手合わせするのは大切だと思う。どのくらい効果があるかわからないけど、セイバーがその気になって相手をしてくれれば、俺も少しは生き延びることができるだろ
う。では、シロ。
ああ、これからは時間に余裕がある限り鍛えてくれ。差し当たってはこれから寝るまで。
I take the Shinai on the wall. It's still 8 o'clock. There's still 4 hours until bedtime, so I train my heart out? I stop Saber since I feel my life's in danger. Because as Saber turns to me...
何か戦う心構えを鍛えたいということですので、私もシロの意気込みに応えてみたのですが。
And she takes out her actual sword and then he yells Excalibur! And then we die. She's obviously ready to kill me.
さあ、鍛錬を始めましょう、シロ。まずはあなたの不明を打ちます。確かにシロはたるんでいますからね。今夜のようなことがないよう気を引き締めてもらわなければ。
So she is mad about dinner.
なんだそりゃ、あれはフジネーが悪いんだろう。それにセイバーだって文句言いながらちゃんと全部平らげて。
問答無用。それにシロ、意識を失う前に言っておきますが、あれはやむなくです。今後それを忘れぬように。
I guess we're dead. Saber disappears. And whacks us. Oh man. So I'll go through 4 hours of torture now, huh? Grudges over food sure are scary.
セイバーのやつ、やるとなったら本気で手加減なしでやんの。
I get into my futon. My body is covered in bruises and pain-killing patches, and I'm sure it'll be all sore tomorrow.
疲れた。
I take a breath. I train my strengthening magic after Saber's training, and I'm tired both physically and mentally. Saber and Fujine are sleeping in a room a bit away from here, but I don't care. I'm just tired. I'll sleep for now and prepare for tomorrow. Alright. Come here? What's going on? Where are we going? Am I dreaming? My mind's dozing off. My body's asleep and I can't move a finger. Then, this has to be a dream. It's a dark night. My ears are ringing. My feet are asleep, but I'm walking down the hill. It's cold. The wind is blowing on me, and since I'm in my pajamas, my body is freezing. This coldness is unlike Fuyuki City. The chill would be cold enough to wake me up if this were a dream. Come here, come here. Where are we going? Ah! I walk through the empty town. The annoying sound won't stop. Ignoring my shivering body, my feet are moving towards somewhere. I try to scream and realize that my throat is frozen. This isn't a dream. This can't be a dream. But my mind's still asleep. My limbs, they aren't following my orders, and they are walking on as if manipulated by something. Now, this isn't good. This must be the destination. My feet move faster as they move up the stairs. Come here, boy. We're gonna meet a samurai? Maybe not. The ringing in my ears turns into a voice. No, that's wrong. The sound hasn't changed at all. It has been repeating the same thing over and over. Come. Boya. What fills my head is a female voice, filled with magical energy. I see the mountain gate. Something's on the other side. And if I cross that gate, I won't come out alive. I don't know what it is, but my dozing mind screams out for me to run away. Go back. Go back. Go back. Stop. You can still make it. Wake up and go back. Wake up! My consciousness wakes up. My head clears and my will finally returns. But it's far too late. My limbs don't obey me as I go through the mountain gate. The only certain thing is my mind. My body does not listen to my will and walks into Ryudo Temple, following the voice. The temple is covered in darkness. In the center stands something with an inhumane magical energy. Hello, caster. The figure wavers like a mirage. The shadow reminding me of death strips off the darkness and the figure becomes a witch like one would see in a fairy tale. A sneering laugh. It seems my body is under her control. My feet that never stopped freeze, or rather, my feet that never stopped freeze at the command. My consciousness wavers. My limbs still do not move, and an unknown enemy is standing before me. Yes, she's an enemy. I can be sure of that. She's a servant, a heroic spirit that excels the most in magic out of the 7 servants. Yeah, I guess we could just I don't know why I can't say it. We're just able to tell that, right? Just from looking at her, I guess. So I wonder, yeah, maybe we can tell? I don't know, because on the status, technically, Shiro does not know who Ryder is, even though we met her already. But we do know who Caster is, just by looking at her. I don't know how that works. Sometimes we can tell, sometimes we can't. I'm not sure. I move my throat with all my effort and glare at my enemy. Her cool voice is mocking me. I put power into my legs, but my body will not move. Oh, damn, what the hell am I doing? I've been lured here, and on top of that, I can't move a muscle. Yeah, if you remember correctly, the last time we tried to, go into the temple recklessly, Caster, teleported us and instantly killed us, because the thing is, Saber has very high magical resistance, as shown here. Magical resistance A cancels any magic, A rank or below, whatever that means. Basically, she can stop most magic, but not us, not Shiro, not as Emiya Shiro. We have magic resistance like E, or even less than that. We don't have any magic resistance, actually. So she can simply just put a spell on us, and we just end up being a victim of her magic very easily. Though this is the first time she's activated the magic from so far away. I guess she didn't do this last time in the Fate route. Maybe she was distracted by something else. But I guess this time, not so much. I concentrate on my limbs with all my power. I don't know what kind of a trick it is, but it has to be her magic that's restraining me. Then, if I can extract her magical energy out of my body.
自由になれると思ってかわいいこと。そんな方法で私の呪縛を解こうだなんて随分と優しいのね、あなた。
I concentrate all my will to search throughout my body. Caster's magical energy. The enemy's magical energy that's inside me, restraining my body. I look inside my body while keeping my eyes open. It's alright. It's nothing difficult if I'm calm. I identify the flow of magical energy every night. I just have to do what I've been doing and identify Caster's poison inside of me. Even if I can't get it out of my body, I can concentrate it into one of my limbs so that I can move the other three. Or not. How can this be? Caster's magical energy is not mixed within me. The only poison-like element is this one small point on my chest. But all of my body is acting abnormally. It's not that there's something wrong with the blood flowing in me. If there's something abnormal, it's not my blood, but the blood vessels themselves. Oh no. It's like that anime, Cells at Work. All the anime characters within my body are being controlled by for some reason. It's like having my heart locked up. The red spot on my chest has to be Caster's magical energy. One curse word is taking away my body's authority. It means I was cursed when I was sleeping. Even if I was asleep, it should have been impossible for me to be seized by a magic cast from so far away. Yeah, well, normally. But she is Caster, right? The most powerful magical user in all the servants. Magi have magic resistance. It is the power to repel magic such as hypnotism, binding, and coercion. Oh, well, we've been told that actually Shiro, doesn't have a lot of magic resistance, and he could be easily hypnotized, right? Hypnotized. As long as one is a magus, one cannot be easily controlled by others. It's a fundamental law. Magi have magic circuits. The circuit in one's body does not only make magical energy, but can also repel external magical energy. Therefore, it is difficult to interfere with someone with a magic circuit. It is difficult even to control a magus several ranks lower than you. As the magic circuit repels external magical energy, magic is destroyed before it can be completed. For that reason, indirect intervention magic, such as hypnotism and binding, has a low success rate. If this were like a RPG, turn-based RPG, it would have like a low success rate in terms of debuffing the enemy target. Anyway, even if the target is not a magus, the magic can be repelled unconsciously if the target has a magic circuit. From that point of view, an intervention of just attacking with pure magical energy like Tosaka does, making a weapon in this world and attacking the opponent as a result, is a simple method. Physical impact works on everyone. It does not matter if the target has a magic circuit or not, as people will bleed if they are cut with a knife. That's why this situation is strange. I'm sure it could be effective if I had magic cast on me from close range. If I had met Caster before and she had cast coercion on me, it's probable that I could be controlled even at a distance. But I have not met Caster before, nor have I had a curse cast on me, at least not in this route. So this is our first meeting. Without moving from here, Caster cast a spell to the faraway Emiya house and controlled my body. Yeah, how does she know where we live, first of all? I mean, I don't know, I guess, she's like a very powerful caster. People bleed if they cut with a knife. Yeah, the classic hero stating the obvious. People die if they are killed. The word witch pops into my head. If you can control a magus's body from a distance of a few kilometers, does not mean that caster can control everyone in this town from here? I mean, yeah, she's been collecting souls from this temple, right? My spirit's weakened. As the magic is complete, there's no way I can dispel it. I can't do anything unless Caster releases me, or I get some outside help.
理解できて。あなたを縛っているのは私の魔力ではなく、魔術そのもの。
It's my magic, but not my magical energy. I guess there's a difference?
一度成立した魔術は、魔力という水では洗い流せない。
I guess what she's saying is that it's usually when you want to control someone as a magus, you would insert magical energy into their being and then control them. But I guess what she's saying is that the magic has already been done. It's an external source that somehow has a very long range, I assume.
液体と固体のようなものよ。形を得たものに水をかけても、その形は崩れないでしょ。
I don't know. Depends on the water. Well, when you think about it, actually, what was it called? What's it called when like water like flows down on an object for a very long time and it does eventually corrode the solid object, such as rocks? What's it called? Erosion, I think. Yeah, the physics of erosion. I mean, that's not entirely true. A caster just takes a very long time, okay, and lots of water. The shadow steps closer to me. The bluish purple robe, melting into the night, is smiling.
けれど例外もあるわ。例えばそうね。あなたたちが編み上げた魔術など、私にしてみれば泥の建造物に過ぎない。そんなもの、かける水流が多く激しければ、形になっていようと簡単に洗い流せる。
Oh, so actually, yeah, what I was saying was actually not contradicting her. She's actually, yeah, saying it is true that if you just have enough water, then you can simply, do whatever you want. She's just very powerful as a caster.
理解できて。私とあなたたちの違いは、そういう次元の話なのよ。
そうかよ。それでわざわざこんなところまで呼びつけたわけか。
ええ。マスターたちは皆小物だけど、その中でもあなたは飛び抜けて力不足でしたから。何しろ町の人間たちと変わらない高魔力ですもの。そんなマスターを見つけたら、こうして話をしたくなるのは当然でしょ。
Did you just lead me here to bully me, Miss Caster? She smiles. She shows superiority as if I'm her prey. A chill runs through me. Don't lie about wanting to talk to me. She's ready to kill me at any moment.
ほら、また誤解。安心なさい。殺してしまっては魔力を吸い上げられないわ。この町の人間は皆私のものですからね。殺さない程度に生かし続けて、最後の一滴まで差し出してもらわないと。
Her laugh echoes in my ears. A missing piece fits inside my head. Did she just say she'll suck up all the magical energy from the people in this town?
お前、無関係な人間に手を出したな。
あら、知らなかったの？あの小娘と手を組んだのだから、当然知っているものと思っていたけど。そう。まだ知らなかったのね、あなた。
Oh yeah, we had that scene with Rin, right? She said like the incidents, where people are getting attacked and stuff, and I guess being knocked out, getting their magical energy stolen. She did say that if the source was from this U.B.W temple. So I guess Rin didn't tell us that yet. This route. Caster smiles even more. It seems like she's pondering how to kill her prey.
なら教えてあげる。私、キャスターのサーバントには陣地を作る権利があるのよ。
Oh boy, give us all the lore and all your all the sneak peek to your magical abilities, before you kill us. Just like an evil villain would,
魔術師は工房を持つものでしょ？それと同じよ。 私はこの場所に神殿を作ってあなたたちから身を守る。幸いこの土地はサーバントにとって鬼門ですからね。陣地としては優れているし、何より魔力を集めやすい。初めはあまりにもあなたたちの魔力が少なくて加減がつかなかったけれど、今は程よく集められるわ。ほら見えるでしょ、この土地に溜まった数百人分の魔力の貯蔵。有象無象の人のかけらが。
じゃあ街で起きてる事件はお前が。
ええ、ここは私の神殿だと言ったでしょ。なら供物を捧げるのは下界でうごめく人間たちの使命ではなくて。
Yeah, Castor was one of the main people, one of the main like servants we wanted to defeat in the Fate route. I guess, well, I mean, she did it. Like, we didn't go to her and defeat her. We tried doing that, didn't work out. But eventually she attacked us, and then eventually she was defeated by, you know, the other servant or whatever. But now we're actually in her territory, so I guess, well, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. The strange coma incidents happening in town. I thought there weren't that many victims, but she just said hundreds of people. When I strain my eyes, it looks like the swirl of magical energy in this place is made of more than 1,000 souls. I concentrate all my will into my limbs, but there's no change, and Castor's standing there as if to make fun of me.
さあ、それでは話を済ませてしまいましょうか。あなたもずっとそうしているのは退屈でしょ。
She whispers into my ear. Castor ASMR. At the same time, the enemy couldn't see fills my vision.
セイバーのマスター、あなたからはそのレイジをもらってあげるわ。セイバーは消すには惜しいサーバントですもの。彼女にはあの目障りなバーサーカーを倒してもらうとしましょう。
Castor raises her arm. Her fingers are going for my arm. Is that possible? Well, Kirei did it once, if you remember in the very beginning. I think Tosaka said that one needs to pull out the nerves along with the command spell.
そうよ。まずはその皮を剥いで、それからレイジを私のマスターに移植する。
Sounds painful.
けれどレイジは所有者の魔術回路と一体化しているでしょ。レイジを剥奪するということは、あなたから神経を引き抜くということでもあるわ。
Castor says so as if it's nothing at all. Pull out my nerves? She'll take all the nerves in my body? Oh, that wouldn't be good. If she does that, I'll...
ええ、正常ではいられなくなるでしょうね。けれど安心なさい。命まで取りはしないから。
But that's a fate worse than death. Oh no. I desperately put power into my limbs, but they don't even twitch. My limbs won't move and I'm like a prisoner about to be executed. A bewitching smile. The glowing fingers reach out for my left hand, like a crawling spider. First snakes, now spiders. Well, I guess... I mean, I was gonna say, I guess we're dead. We're not really gonna die. She says she'll pull out our nerves, but we'll still be alive. But then again, I mean, then we'll just be a living vegetable. That's no good. Oh well. Let's see. What's going on here? Are we gonna be from the perspective of someone else now? That's what it usually is when there's an interlude, right? But first, let me just take a bit of a drink. Drink of water. Gotta hydrate. Alright. Okay. How long has it taken her to notice that something is wrong? Okay, so yeah, probably like Saber. Saber probably noticed that Shiro somehow sleepwalked into the night. She wakes up to a strange feeling and goes out into the hallway. She first thinks that the feeling might be coming from her master. It is because the strange feeling is coming from Emir Shiro's room. And yeah, she's probably sensing some lingering magical energy, but it isn't Shiro's magical energy, it's Caster's. The golden-haired girl, Saber, sighs. It's good that he's enthusiastic, but he'll collapse unless he rests while he can. And when she decides to go warn him, she realizes her own mistake. She gasps after confirming it. The strange feeling isn't coming from Shiro's room. Under the moonlight, a string, thin as her hair, runs through the darkness. The string is going to Shiro's room from outside, a thin string that even the boundary field here did not catch. There's no time to think. The girl turns into a knight in an instant and runs outside. She runs through the empty town. There's no hesitation in Saber as she runs. She knows where she must go. She only needs to follow the string, the beat of her master. The only thing she has to do is to run as fast as she can. It makes no difference whether her destination is the enemy's territory, nor how many traps might await her. She has sworn to protect her master, so anything that might befall her is negligible. Gotta run, 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 sprint, sprint, sprint. It is a mountain stained with vast amounts of magical energy. Ghosts of the dead are flying above like crows, and the trees are covered with invisible blood. Ghost blood. The collected magical energy, the stolen souls, remains here, and the mountain should consume anyone that may approach it. If there is such a thing as a place to die, this place is a perfect example. She goes in without hesitation. She had no intention to stop from the start. But we know the guardian of this gate. He's always here, right? If this place is hell, she has to save her master all the more. She runs up the stone stairs. The traps she had anticipated are not there. The mountain gate is within her view, and she should reach it with one more kick from her magical energy-filled legs. He's been nitro boosting. But her advance stops right there. No, it is stopped by the enemy. There we go. Mr. Samurai. On the stairs leading to the mountain gate stands a servant. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. Servant assassin, the protector of Ryudo Temple, wielding the longsword Monohashizao. And we just know his name already. Is this, I guess, from a third person? I don't know, from third person. The narrator just says it's Sasaki. I think in our very first I guess interaction with him, he just gave up his true name, instantly. Yeah, usually he doesn't say or rather servants in general usually don't just give out their true name because it gives out, their strengths and weaknesses, but he didn't care. He just gave up his true name right away. Really? Saber's mind is disturbed as she readies her invisible air rather, not art, air. Her master is on the other side of that mountain gate, but the servant in front of her is way too strange. He reveals his true name willingly. He does not have a stance, and his cool enmity is transparent. I guess, yeah, it's like a shortened version of our interaction with him. Like last time. She cannot figure out his power because of his transparency. She can see his power as a servant. Assassin is not a strong servant, so it should be easy to defeat him, but her instincts are telling her something different. That she cannot beat him in a normal duel. She suppresses the strange unease and glares at Assassin. There's only one more step until they are both within range. Up or down. If either one moves, a fatal attack should be executed.
聞こえなかったのか。どけと言ったのだ、アサシ。
Her final warning. The swordsman with a long sword calmly responds to her words.
そうか。この門を通りたいのだな、セイバー。
Her green eyes glare at the assassin for asking such a foolish question. He must like the answer. The longsword dances with the knight in the arc.
ならば押し通れ。急がねば、お前の主人とやらの命はないぞ。
He laughs in a cool manner.
アサシン。
Saber charges in reply. The longsword comes down at her at the same moment, and she repels with her invisible sword. Though technically his it's not a longsword. It's like, well, I was gonna say katana. That technically isn't a katana, is it? I don't know. I guess you could just call it katana. It's like a long katana. A lot of heroic spirits are more proud than intelligent, I guess. The clash of the swords echoes with the summit. Their powers are equal, but that is not an advantage for her. She's impatient. The enemy she must quickly defeat is a strong one that will be hard to beat even without any time constraints.
シロ、どうか。
Yeah, I always hate it when there's time limits, in a video game. She grits her teeth and prays. That opening, that access part of her, is permeating her body. The battle does not end. The mountain gate is too far away. Interlude out.